very interested in that because I read some excerpts and watched some interviews. You said something. I think you kind of withholding some stuff.
What?
I said you kind of withholding some things. This is the barbershop. You can say what you want.
Oh no, I am. I was getting to that. You just
okay.
We can still go back to the 70s. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Fred Williams, and back in the day, Richard Pryor and everybody.
Okay, let's go.
Like I told you, it was all a blur. But I was, yes, and you know, actually after the Love Machine, and I took a little break because I got married to a guy who gave me an ultimatum. Because I was on the road for like 8 years. And when you get on the road, baby, it's really tough to try to sustain hold a relationship with anybody because you just don't, you know, we were gone like 6 or 7 months a year, not straight, a year in Europe. Okay. We would perform maybe here in the United States 3 or 4 months or something. But like in Las Vegas, we did do the Hilton with Kenny Rogers and the first edition. We met Elvis Presley and all that stuff. So, you know, I can go back. I can't go back. Now I'm going to go forward. But the Love Machine, after I left the group,
If you got a story to tell, please tell it.
But after I left the Love Machine and got married to Bill Overton, which is now married to Jane Kennedy. Yeah. You got your beautiful Jane Kennedy. And that all is a story within itself. But it's cool because we're cool. You know, God does things for reasons, put people together for reasons. God take away people for reasons. So he can put other people in their lives for reasons who are more compatible, meant to be together. And I used to tell people that too, because Jane and I were really, really good friends, and Leon and Bill and all of us. But, you know, it's kind of odd how she ended up marrying him. But it happened, like I said, for a reason. A lot of my friends were a little bitter about it or whatever. But, you know, through that, I met one of the best men, my best friends and persons. Now I've been married to Terrence Red. We've been married 32 years. So, and we're so much more, you think about it, so much more compatible. Though, you know, the pain is kind of deep at the time. Anytime you get a divorce, to separate, and then to think that one of your best friends or a friend that you have known for a long time ends up with your ex-husband or something, it takes, you know, a lot to kind of digest. But thank God, you know, my mom, she raised me like such a warm heart, and you know, it just, you know, things we go through life, it depends on how you take it and how you digest it and how you process things. And it's going to be how you come out as a person. And you don't want to waste time and having any negativity and negative energy, because it only will take you down a certain road that you don't need to go down to. So, you know, you go through things, you get things off your shoulders, off your chest, and you keep on pushing, you know. Like they say, when one door closes, another one opens. So I get the fuck over it. Okay, excuse me. Can I
you first take it. Yeah, sure.
But so anyway, and I'm kind of losing my train of thought, but after I left, I did have a beautiful daughter. My daughter, Cheyenne Overton. And Bill and I, like I said, we parted, and I got remarried. And I had a son, Terrence. And after I had my son, like a month or 2 months afterward, my manager said, Kathleen, they're looking for a model on The Price is Right, a black model to be on the show. I'm like, oh my God. But I was in good shape, you know, because I always worked out when I had my kids and got pregnant, baby. Our body and our face, it's our passport. That's what we have. When we do acting, I don't care if it's a good face, bad face, ugly face, black face, white face, whatever you look like, whatever you do, you better be in shape and you better be ready to do it. And the opportunity came after I had my son, and I had him in November, and the opportunity came like in January, and I was ready, and because I had to show myself to the audition in a swimsuit. Oh, wow. And I kept auditioning. They were seeing a lot of women, a lot of girls for that show, because they needed a black model in particular. And I envisioned it, I prayed on it, I claimed it, and I just knew it was something meant for me to be. And basically, too, I got along so well with the other 3 models and talking to them, I think sometimes I got a little overbearing because my sister-in-law did work for Mark Business Production. She was telling me, you know, cool it down. You know, I was a little braggadocious about I have gone to Europe and worked with these persons.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I wasn't like one of the young novice girls trying out timid little models trying to get this job. I was like, I mean, I love to have it. Of course, I love the show. And I always could kind of see myself, envision myself being on a game show, you know, didn't have to learn any lines. I loved acting and all, but I'm like, yeah, this would be great. So it just kind of worked out where I got on the show. They auditioned me several shows and put me on and saw some of the other girls, but it turned out perfectly. And I was on that show and did it for 10 years, from 1990 to 2000. And the way I got let go was not really favorable or cool. And I thought about it. I didn't sue the company. I could have, but some other things were happening in my life and with my husband and stuff that I couldn't really sue them, but they did end up giving me a settlement because they knew it was wrongful termination for me and Janice, who was let go. She was there 29 years.
Wow.
29 years. How you just gonna let somebody go? No watch, no goodbye, no saying goodbye to your fans and shit. The way they let us go was so funky and messed up, man. That hurt me more about Janice being let go than myself after 10 years. So, you know, their explanation was a little lame. Bob Barker was nowhere around. And the other people, Freeman, just bought the show. They took us in the dressing room, said they had some other opportunities for me and Janice to do this and that and the other, but that was bull crap.
I heard Bob Barker was an evil man.
No, he's not an evil man. And I've never said that he's an evil man. Bob, I loved Bob. When I first got there, he was cool. He was so gracious, great, wonderful, loving. You know, I mean, I was basically working there with open arms from people, but some of the other models, they didn't get along, and I didn't want to get caught up in their little cat fights and different things, which from time to time I found myself getting involved in. But Bob, he was not an evil man. He actually, what happened, he and Diane Parkinson, one of the models, they had a relationship, consensual relationship going on. And it kind of broke off at some point. Sure. And Diane, she didn't get along with Holly or Janice. She befriended me, but as a result, she kind of wasn't really feeling real well. She finally just got off the show. Plus, she did some Playboy magazines. They told her if she did the second one, she had to go, and she just was tipping the waters and stuff and everything. She was built like a brick shit house. She was beautiful. Diane, gorgeous. Diane Parkinson. Most people know her if you know the show. And when she got off the show, they replaced her, of course, with a younger, beautiful model, oh my God, my girl. I can't think of her name. She was in Baywatch. Gina Lee Nolan. And then Diane and I, we'd still talk on the phone, and she was watching the show, and she would see Gina. And, you know, it's like, man, like, look at her. She's taking my place, this young, beautiful girl. And she got a little bitter. She was thinking about it. She thought about how she got let go. Then she cried wolf. She said Bob Barker had, she cried sexual harassment for Bob Barker. And she was trying to sue him. But she knew good and well, because she asked me about it. I said, Diane, you know, it wasn't, everybody on the show knew it wasn't sexual harassment. She cried sexual harassment, tried to bring a lawsuit against him. Bob Barker then really was a marked man. As kind and good as you may be in life, when somebody says something derogatory about your personality or your character, it's very hard to be vindicated. And he could not really get vindicated at some point, but he said it's not true. He said, I'm not paying her one red penny on the news. But you know, some people may have seen that, some people didn't. Some people may think, wow, he did it because she said he did it. As a result, we did depositions and different things. And that really, I'm saying this to say, that led as a snowball effect to Bob's personality changing and being little tainted. And he was very mad and upset that, that happened. And he just really was never the same. He became a little more, he was always been very egotistical, a little narcissist, but not so much like Mr. You-know-who in the office right now. But I mean, he just did it, changed his demeanor, and we could all kind of tell that and knew it. But he wasn't evil at all.
Okay.
But he did some things to some people that he should not have, and pushed his weight around, and just really kind of went into a little dark place at some point. But he still performed and was a great person on the stage. People love Bob Barker. Nobody like him.
Now, you just left a carrot dangling there. Do you want to share like some of the things that was unsavory? That
was what?
Unsavory, like not nice, not kind.
Oh no, I said, but you asked me, was he an evil man? I said
not evil, but just stern and like.
No, you know what? We would do basically 3 shows a day and have rehearsals. He wasn't in. He didn't have to be in on the rehearsals because we had to do blocking. People think that was simple, in and out, but we had to do blocking. Be there, hit your spot, change your clothes, come back down, run up the steps. But he was not evil, and like I said, I love Bob, and to this day, and and I wrote my book, and I'm gonna get up and get this book. Hold on. Oh, Pop, say
something. We gonna open up the phone lines in a second, man, and well, matter of fact, y'all gonna want to talk about Friday anyway.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Friday. See, we're almost done with Friday. I want to call it. And I wrote a book. Go look, something like this. Backstage is Price is Right. It's a great book. And, after I left the show, I was got a little censored because it was 4 years that I did get a settlement. It was decent, could have been better, which I was saying earlier. But I was gagged. I had a gag order. But I thought about it because I was very, very bitter the way we were let go. I couldn't believe it, man. 10 years and people were just loving it. But I wrote the book. It's called Backstage at the Price is Right. Memoirs of a Barker Beauty. You can get it on Amazon. People are buying it. I do have it on my website, but I'm not going to sell it on my website because I don't have any more in stock. I used to have them in stock and sign them and everything. But it's a really good book. And you said you had it or read it. It's a good read, good pictures, and
yeah. What's the fondest memory you take from The Price is Right?
Wow. The fondest memory is the people there that I worked with for so many years. They were like family. And that was the hardest part of getting let go. Not getting and having the opportunity to say goodbye. And the way it just happened was just terrible. But that really is my fondest memory, just having the people that I work with around me and knowing and learning to love them. But I also had like family come to the show. They were so good about having the relatives and family come to the show and sitting in the front. My mom and dad came. I used to bring my little son, Terrence Red. He's now Sir Reddington. He's 31 years old. As a baby, I used to be able to bring him on the showcase after the showcase and come with him on the show at the very end, bring the kids on the set, on stage. But they stopped letting that happen after a certain period. So I hope that sometime I could look back and find one of those tapings that I did with my son when I brought him on the set.
No, that'll be.
Well, you know what? There's some people out there they love. It's called The Price is Right Instagram. The Price is Right models. Some of these people go through great lengths, and they have like 28 shows. The best of Kathleen Bradley, the best of Janice. I was looking at one today. Somebody sent over. Yes, The Price is Right models Instagram or something, and they have all of me that they took off and clipped and put together a little compilation of me doing the show. So Superman. Wow, I thought that was cool. Yeah.